All right, we are back here inside the TCO studios. Gabe Henderson here alongside my man Michael Pierce. It's been 13 months, but I can finally say it. Welcome to Minnesota. How you feeling, man?
Man, it's a blessing to be here. It's been the longest 13 months of my life, but like I said, I'm super happy to be here. I'm super excited to get started.
Man, you toured the facility already. Has it started to soak in yet that, hey, I'm a Viking?
Yeah. Nah, man, like I said, it first started with the love from the fans online, and then, as football season creeps closer, it'll feel more and more real. But nah, man, just to see how warm everybody is and how happy they are to actually have me as a teammate and a person on this roster is awesome.
I know you're gonna get this question a lot. You probably already answered it a lot. But what did the last 13 months look like for you?
A lot of gym time and a lot of just staring at my walls at the house. So thankfully I had bought a house in the summer, so I needed a lot of work. Just putting stuff around and everything. But for me, workouts, just typical football workouts. Started CrossFit out of boredom in January. So I did that for 2 months, shredded me up pretty good. Got me in great cardiovascular shape. Got a lot of time to try different stuff, like try to play the piano. Got a lot of work to do with that. Picked up tennis once it got a little warm. So just trying a lot of different stuff that always interests me. I never really had time to do. But, that love for football is always what kept me going as far as working out and all that stuff.
What did you learn about yourself during these 13 months off? Because that's a lot, man. People take a year off because of injuries or this and that.
Right.
You had a legit reason to take a year out due to COVID-19 opting out. What did you learn?
I learned a lot, man. Like I said, I learned I'm a person of many interests. I knew that initially, but just to get to know myself from that perspective of just, I want to say this the most proper way I can, but having 13 months without a job, without a quote unquote reason to get up, it makes you do a lot of soul searching. For me, that was a great thing. So I like to relate it to an early snapshot of retirement.
Okay.
So, like I said, outside of me working out every day and, seeing what the guys had going on the team, I didn't have an agenda. So I got to fill it with a lot of different things. So got into music, got into Miles Davis, got into art. I was into art before, but I started to really, really process a lot of things about that. Started a family foundation, in the works with that.
Okay.
Started a real estate business, in the works with that. So it just allowed me a lot of time to myself to see what I'm passionate about outside of something that I pursued since I was 4. So that's 24 years of my life.
Crazy.
It's my first love. I gave my heart, my soul, my everything to football. And for a year, I didn't have football to fill that void. And like I said, I found a lot of other things that I'm passionate about and that I'll obviously continue to do and continue to do when I retire. But like I said, I've been pursuing this dream for 24 years. And this is like a major part of my life. And when it's gone, because it's never been gone, I think I missed 1 game in college because I had a knee injury. Outside of that, I had never missed a game, not missed a few games, but never missed a season of football for any reason. That always came first in my life. And to have that gone left a hole that I was like, obviously we play this game because we love it, but I didn't realize how deep that passion was until I saw the guys run out the tunnel that first Sunday, and I was like, wow. There's, you miss the adrenaline, you miss the fans, but just the talking through the nuances of the game, those friendships. Like I said, I haven't met any of these guys, a lot of these guys yet, but you miss that locker room camaraderie. Like I said, for me, it was like an early snapshot of retirement. So that itch that those guys talk about, that was very real to me. But like I said, before then, I never knew anything like that. So, man, it literally, that fueled my off season, changed my diet a lot. It just gave my drive more purpose because I know exactly what I felt missing it.
It seems like you're going to come in this year playing with a chip on your shoulder.
Oh, for sure.
But before we get to football, you just talked about your purpose, everything that has, destined you for this moment, taking the year off, why it was much needed. So my question for you is, when it comes to this, what is your why?
My why is, and I posted about it, on Instagram today. I believe God literally blessed me with a talent to play football. And that's how I spread joy to my friends. That's how I use this platform to do a lot of different things. So whether it be philanthropy, faith-based, all that different kind of stuff, this is my avenue to do so. So like I said, for me, missing out on it and branching out and, starting the foundation and doing all this stuff that I'm working on now, it's all because of the game. It's all because of the game I fell in love with when I was 4 years old. So that's a different level of gratitude, I would say, that'll come. So a lot of vets will tell you, if they're honest, they don't look forward to camp. I actually look forward to going to practice now. So that'll be a blessing in itself. But like I said, man, this just unlocked a lot of doors for me personally. And like I said, this is my why. This is why I feel like I was created to be on this earth to, partially, play this game of football at a high level, but also impact people along the way.
Well, last year we were already high on you because like everybody was saying, hey, well, Michael Pierce is the #1 D tackle in free agency. The Vikings defensive line is going to be crazy. You miss out a year. Now, talking about free agency in 2021, we just signed Dalvin Tomlinson, who's the #1 D tackle in free agency. Pairing you guys up together alongside Danielle Hunter, whoever else is going to be on the other end, and then Coach Andre Patterson. You're excited.
Yes, sir. Oh, my goodness. Like I said, Coach Dre was one of the reasons why I came. So I was great friends with Amar J. prior to him even coming here. So we met in college, and he just preached to me so much about how, Dre developed him in college and what he did for Linval. I've said this in a couple of interviews, looked up to Linval since the day I've been in the league. Him and Damon Harrison were two of my favorite present nose guards, period. So I studied his film before they even, probably from my second year on. So learned a lot from him third party, like strictly through film. So I know what he's done in his career. I know what he's done for Danielle. I know what he's done for a lot of guys who've came in, Griff, and all those kind of guys who have been here, and he's just taken their game to another level. And that's something that I'm eager for him to get his hands on me and get to work on. So like I said, Dalvin Thomas is a great guy. Played with one of my childhood friends, Ryan Anderson and TJ Yeldon at Bama. So I've seen him since he was a freshman in college. So familiar with him. I think he lives in Georgia. It's not too far from Birmingham, Alabama. So we're gonna link up. We're gonna get together. But like I said, man, I played with a great nose guard in Brandon Williams. We played side by side. Did a lot of great things in the run game. I wouldn't expect anything less.
So teaming you guys up and understanding, how last year was. I mean, let's just be honest, right? Wasn't the best Zimmer defense that he's had. So teaming you guys up, and now you back, you got this new motivation foundation that I'm ready to run through a big brick wall through because of how passionate you are about it. What's your thoughts on that? Making this defensive line and this run defense better.
Oh man, like I said, for me, that's literally my calling card, stopping the run. So. Lifting weights has always been a passion of mine, powerlifting, all that kind of stuff. But the nuance of stopping the run is something that I was, taught well in Baltimore. But I just took it to another level mentally. So with Coach Dre's help, with Danielle on the outside, we brought back Stephen Weatherly. We got DJ Wanham with another year.
Yeah.
We'll have Kenny back from healthy. We'll have James. We'll have Armand. I can go on and on. I watch these guys all year. But to have all us together, and I think it'll be a special bunch. Once we get that chemistry down, that's all it's about. And then the all-world linebackers we have, Anthony Barr and Eric Kendricks. D linemen make the linebackers' job easier. So I don't even take it as like a front five, front four, whatever.
Like a
whole
front 15.
Front seven. And then we brought in Pat P and all those guys in the back end. So I think it's gonna tie together pretty well.
So for somebody that was soul searching and trying to figure out what was best for who am I as a person, you still took time out to understand what the Vikings were doing all 16 games this past season.
Yeah. So for me, this was the first time I got to actually be a fan of the game.
Okay.
So a typical Sunday for me would be I have 2 TVs going at the same time, NFL game day, and I have a computer. So obviously the biggest TV goes to the Vikings.
Right.
Whatever, if it's the Ravens or if any of my guys are playing, they hit that TV and I'll do a division game. So keep eye on the Packers, obviously, or the Lions. So it was the first time I really got to be a legit fan and go through those emotions. We fumble the ball, I'm screaming people screaming would be in the stands. So it was interesting. I've never felt those kind of emotions. Obviously you do on the bench, but to be yelling at a TV screen, for me, was a little bit different. But it was enjoyable, all the same. But nothing will replace being there and going through the day-to-day stuff.
You talk about those fans. You played at US Bank Stadium in 2017 when you played for the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
We know fans weren't at US Bank Stadium this year. Chances are, crossing my fingers, they'll be here this year.
Right.
How excited are you to get into the atmosphere, and what do you know about the Purple Faithful?
So, like I said, as soon as I signed, I got into like YouTube and watching all the reason behind the skull chant, and I saw the guys go to Iceland and all that stuff. I'm a powerlifting fan by nature, so I know about Thor Bjornsson and all that stuff anyway. But no, just doing my history, doing my homework. But 2017, and I told Mr. Spielman this, that skull chant at the beginning of the game was deafening. Like we still will talk about like the loudest stadiums we played in. Played in New Orleans, played in, who else is very famous? I played in Green Bay.
Kansas City.
Played in Kansas City twice. I don't know if it's the acoustics or just the sheer enthusiasm, but that's my number one experience. No bias at all. So, like I said, that was just something that nobody else has though. So maybe that's the thing. The horn, the skull claps, dude, insane. So, no, that gave me a thrill, and I was on the visiting side. Unfortunately, at the time, I was on the losing end, but.
So fans are excited because you just said that it was the most deafening place you've ever played in.
Right.
So I'm gonna get you out of here with this. This camera right here is recording you. So I need you to tell Vikings fans what they can expect from you in 2021.
Let's say you can expect one of the most energetic people. I don't know if I'm gonna be on John Randall level. I think that takes a special person, but I will be as turned up as I possibly can from the first to the last snap, and just a determined, hard-working dude who's gonna make those linebackers' jobs easier and hopefully make some plays for myself on the way.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. You got me hyped. Like I said, I'm ready to run through a brick wall just from sitting here talking to you, but you got work to do. I got to sign us out. So for Michael Pierce, I'm Gabe Henderson. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of One on One.
Appreciate it.